yet, dear?
But the boys will be calling for us in a few minutes.
Oh, dear, they won't. They're coming at 10:30 and it's only 9 o'clock.
Nanny, okay if I just iron this tank top?
Not yet, dear. I haven't finished pressing your uncle's trousers.
But we've got to leave in 10 minutes.
No, dear, you haven't, and please don't shout. I'm feeling a little poorly.
Sorry, Nanny, but can't Uncle Patrick's trousers wait?
No, dear, they can't. He's going out for a day around Sydney doing some research for his book.
Surely he must have another pair of trousers.
Your uncle is a man of habit. If he says he wants these trousers, then he must have them.
How unreasonable can you get?
I've learnt from experience, dear. One day he asked for his striped shirt and it wasn't ready, and we all had the worst Thursday I can remember.
Anyway, he's still in the bathroom. He pinched my Passion Poppy bath salt, so we won't see him for at least half an hour.
So can I iron this tank top?
All right, dear, I'll do it for you.
Oh, thank you, Nanny.
What about breakfast, Nan?
Look, I can't do everything, dear. You make the coffee.
Okay, and I'll make a couple of pieces of bread in the toaster, Nanny.
Nanny!
Oh, no. Passion Poppy's out of the bathroom.
Can't find my trousers.
I'm sorry, Mr. Patrick, I haven't finished pressing them yet.
Well, what's this?
Oh, that's a tank top with room for 2 turrets.
Very funny. I thought you were ironing my trousers.
Uncle, you mustn't shout. Nanny isn't feeling too well.
Oh.
Yes, what's more important, Nanny's health or your trousers?
If I wasn't going out, Nanny's health. But since I can't go out half naked, my trousers.
It's just that I've got a headache.
Yes, well, take a couple of aspirin, and your turret tops can take second place to my trousers. Now then, Nanny, is breakfast ready?
Mr. Patrick, I've only got one
I think
pair
I'll
of
just have a
hands.
cup of coffee, a bit of toast, and a nice bowl of...
I'm doing my best.
What you've done?
Nanny isn't feeling well.
Nanny, I didn't realise. Look, you go upstairs and lie down.
Oh, don't you bother about
No,
me,
no,
Mr.
no, go on,
Patrick.
Nanny. I absolutely insist. You go and take it easy for a bit. Elizabeth can finish pressing my trousers.
Well, thank you, I think I will.
Yes, well done. That's it. Right, you girls, come along now. Jump to it. You, toast and coffee. You, my trousers. Come along, let's see some action. Chop, chop. Ah,
Black or white?
black.
Good.
You go... I meant the coffee.
Coffee coming up?
Put me an egg on to boil, will you, Sue?
You boil your own egg. We've only got half an hour to get
My legs! Do something! Somebody, for heaven's sake, do something! What do you want to go and do that for? I'm burning wet. I mean, I'm soaking hot.
It must have burned him. I can smell it.
What? His trousers!
Oh, Nanny! Oh, Nanny! It really is too bad. I come back after a hard day's researching, get changed, and find that there's a button off the shirt I want to wear. Where's Nanny? Where is Nanny? Still upstairs? What on earth's the matter with her? Would it be asking too much for you to sew this button on for me? Didn't you take needlework at school? Well? Look, I do not like carrying on a sign language conversation with somebody. Would you switch this thing on?
Getting wetter at last,
Switch that thing off! Switch it off! Will you switch it off? Now, you can jolly well get with it and sew this button on for me.
All right, sit there.
Oh, dear. What is the matter with Nanny? She seems to have something on her mind.
Perhaps Nanny's homesick.
Oh, homesick Nanny? She's taken to Australia like a duck to water.
Well, maybe some ducks don't like water.
Oh, don't be so ridiculous. I mean, I know she's had a headache, but neither she nor I are the sort of people to make a fuss about nothing. You are supposed to be sewing a button on, not giving me a course in acupuncture. Kindly concentrate before I perforate to death.
Now you've made me lose the thread.
Oh, all right, I'll roll my sleeves up then. Dear, oh dear, what is Nanny doing still upstairs? I'm getting rather worried about her, you know.
Perhaps being in Australia is making Nanny feel a little down under.
Is that meant to be a joke? Here's Nanny now. Oh, Nanny!
I'm just going out, Mr. Patrick.
Out? I mean, are you?
Yes, I shan't be long. Bye-bye.
Bye, Nance.
Her behaviour is completely abnormal.
Why?
Well, she totally ignored my cuff and went out without her shopping bag. That's why. Oh, no. There's something going on.
I told you, I know.
What?
Well, because everybody's been taking Nanny for granted and because she's lonely, she's gotten depressed. So now she's decided to do something about it. After all, she's still an attractive woman.
What are you talking about?
Well, I think she's gone out to meet a man.
That is blasphemy. Nanny's she's Nanny.
But that's Sue's point. Well, she may be Nanny to you, but to some other man, she might be a real little bundle of vintage lust.
The only man in Nanny's life for the past 20 years has been me.
Well, there you are, then.
I didn't mean it that way.
There's something perhaps I ought to tell you, Uncle Patrick.
What?
Well, I overheard Nanny on the phone this afternoon to some sort of agency about finding a man.
Agency? A man?
Yes. Look.
What?
What's it say?
It says, a man, about 50, tall, dark, and unmarried. Oh, good grief. Nanny, gone right off the rails. Chapter 15, the final reckoning. Now, what to do with Marcos the Greek?
Hello, Uncle Patrick.
How's it going?
Quite well, thank you. And it'll go even better without interruption.
Nanny came home quite late last night.
Did she? I didn't notice.
Didn't notice? I saw you looking out of your bedroom window with a pair of binoculars.
Will you please go away? I'm busy.
Sue found these in the kitchen this morning.
Nanny must have picked them up last night.
Look, Jimbo's all-night pizza bar.
I don't want to look.
Jimbo's all-night pizza bar's down by the docks.
Thank you, Susan Holmes and Dr. Elizabeth Watson. I will do the mystery stuff around here if you don't mind. Besides, I think we're all jumping to wild conclusions. I trust Nanny implicitly.
Mr. Patrick, if there's nothing you need, I'd like to pop out for a couple of hours.
Out again? Where? What are you going to do?
Well, I'm just going to do some shopping, that's all.
Shopping? Not another one. I mean, not again. I thought you did the shopping yesterday.
Yes, but I didn't get what I wanted.
Oh, so you're going to have another go. You're going to try again. You're going out again.
Yes, just to pick up a few things.
Pick up? Oh, I see, yes. Oh, well, you carry on. I mean, you carry on.
Thank you, Mr. Patrick. See you later. Bye-bye.
Well?
Oh, this is ridiculous. Why are we all assuming the worst?
Oh, you're doing okay on your own.
Now, just a moment. Nanny is going out shopping.
Yes.
Going out shopping. I believe that. I accept that. And therefore, I am going to...
Yes.
I'm going to follow her. It was worse than I thought. A complete moral disintegration. The most horrifying example of Hello Sailor I've ever seen. Sometimes in pairs. I still can't believe it. I mean, not Nanny. It's like hearing that Mary Poppins is running a strip joint. When the good go, they go all the way.
Are you quite sure?
Middle-aged ladies shop at the supermarket, not down at the docks.
I suppose not.
Especially not swinging a handbag and accosting sailors.
Well, perhaps she was trying to get some cheap fish. Sorry. Did you speak to her?
No, I just couldn't bear to watch anymore. I just sat in Jimbo's all-night pizza bar. Look, you see, same matches. Just sat there thinking about it. Oh, dear. Poor Nanny. I mean, obviously not herself. Been stricken by some mentally immoral illness.
Perhaps she's just lonely and bored.
Look, ladies of her age who want an outside interest make jam for the Women's Country Association. Not love to the entire Australian Merchant Navy.
It's Nanny.
Ooh. Now, be careful. Don't let her see that we know anything.
I'm back.
A life on the ocean wave.
I said I'm back.
Nanny, you're back.
Oh, Nanny! Surprise!
Well, how did it go?
Oh, not too badly, thank you.
Did you get what you wanted?
No, not really. I thought tomorrow I would go somewhere else where I could get a bigger choice.
Well, if you must, you must.
Well, I think I'll make a cup of tea. I don't know about all of you, but I need one. I'm exhausted. And my legs ache.
This gets worse every minute. Do you suppose she knows what she's doing?
Well, what do you think we should do?
Well, I've already started working on that.
How?
Well, you see, I think she needs the right approach. She needs someone who understands her and can help her with her problem.
But we don't know any sailors.
I mean someone more in keeping with her age and her status.
You mean an admiral?
Yes. No! Will you keep out of this? You are not helping.
Well, who then?
Well, on my way back, I called in on a gentleman that I'd met last week. I explained the whole situation to him, and he agreed to come over here. In fact, he should be here at any moment now. Oh, yes, yes. He is the ideal fella for Nanny. Nanny, hello, Nanny.
Made the tea.
Oh, dear, what a pity the girls are just going out.
Are we?
Yes, you are.
Yes, we've got a split.
I thought I'd have my tea in the study, Nanny. I wonder if would you take it through for me?
Of course, Mr. Patrick.
And why don't you sit down there and relax, Nanny? Perhaps you'd like to pour out my tea for me.
Yes,
I'll get it, Nanny. My dear fella, do come in.
Oh, thank you.
Good Lord!
You're so good of you. Very good of you to come, Vic. I'm sure you're just the person to help us with our problem, especially as you're not married.
What's that got to do with it?
What? Oh, no, nothing at all. Just that she's your type. I mean, you're her type. I mean, you are the type of person to whom she will listen to. Yeah.
Are you sure that you're doing the right thing, Mr. Glover?
Yes, of course I am. I mean, it's just a question of a little chat, you know. Error of her ways, shoulder to lean on, that sort of thing. And you never know, she may take to you. I mean, listen.
I'm not entirely convinced, you know.
Come now, Vicar, don't hang back. Gird up thy loins. Remember the parable of the lost sheep. Yes, she's in here. Nanny, there's a gentleman to see you. Just have a little chat with her. I don't think it's anything serious. Probably a touch of the sun.
I hope you know what you're doing, Uncle.
Yes, of course I do. They'll get on like a house on fire.
I beg your pardon. He said what?
Yeah, well, you've been consorting with men.
Well, what men?
We're down at the docks, I believe.
I don't know what you mean.
Well, perhaps I could help.
How dare you? Oh, really?
I don't know what you're up to, but I understand you're a writer. In future, I suggest that you keep your feverish and sordid imagination to yourself. You British buffoon.
Buffoon?
You really put your foot in it now, Uncle.
Yes, poor old Nanny.
Lord, what have I done?
Leap to the wrong conclusions if you ask me.
Well, I didn't ask you. Oh, dear, what can I do?
Leap off the heads?
Leap off the... Look here. Wait a minute. I've just realized. All this was your idea. You two started this.
Now, hold on, Uncle.
No, it was you two who decided that Nanny was going off the rails. You two are at the bottom of everything.
But don't forget that you decided...
No, not me. You two. I never believed for one moment that dear Nanny, whom I've known and respected for years, could possibly be guilty of... No. It was you two who put the idea into my head. Oh, yes. Never for a moment did I think that dear, virtuous Nanny, that kind, honorable, dignified lady...
Yes, but what about when you...
No! I am going to get dear, sweet, innocent Nanny down here, and you two evil-minded wretches are going to apologize to her. Nanny, dear.
Yes, Mr. Patrick.
Would you come down here a moment?
But this isn't fair.
Be quiet. Nanny.
Yes, Mr. Patrick.
Nanny, I have just realized what these two have been up to.
Mr. Patrick,
Now, Nanny, please hear me out. I realize, Nanny, that you have been the innocent victim of a teenage conspiracy. Of a teenage conspiracy in which I personally was in no way involved.
Is there a woman in here that's been advertising in the paper for a man?
A teenage conspiracy. Which been what?
That gentleman is here to see me, Mr. Patrick.
Brandy, Uncle Patrick.
Advertising? It's all right, Nanny. I'm just going to have toast and coffee for breakfast this morning. I've got a lot of work to do.
Yes, Mr. Patrick.
Yes, what with everything that's been going on over the last few days, I'm a bit behind.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Mr. Patrick. I should have explained.
Yes, it would have saved a lot of trouble. Nanny, yes.
I thought if I told you, you'd all laugh at me for behaving like a romantic schoolgirl.
Were you actually engaged to this man you're looking for?
Well, unofficially, yes, but it was a long time ago. You see, we were both only 16.
16?
And then his people emigrated to Australia and we lost touch.
Well, you should have told me, Nanny. Then I wouldn't have had to throw that fella out the other day. Mind you, he was obviously an imposter, wasn't he? I thought I did it rather well, you know, breathing fire and brimstone.
And half a bottle of brandy.
You see, being in Australia reminded me of him, and I knew that he was unmarried, and I thought I'd try and trace him. Oh, it was ridiculous at my age, really.
Your age hasn't got anything to do with it.
No. I mean, look at the way Uncle Patrick behaves, and he's much older than you.
Go on, Nanny.
Well, I'd heard that he, 10 years ago, was a ship's officer in the Merchant Navy here in Sydney.
The sailors.
Yes, well, it was just a shot in the dark. And then I thought I'd try and trace him, so I got in touch with an agency. And I put an advertisement in the paper. Oh, dear, I do feel embarrassed.
If you put a decent advertisement in the paper, Nanny, it might have had some results.
What do you mean?
Well, simply that as an author, I have composed a beautifully worded advertisement on Nanny's behalf, offering a considerable reward for the whereabouts of her friend.
Oh, that's very kind of you, Mr. Patrick, but you shouldn't have bothered. I'd rather forget it.
But it's already in today's paper. Oh, and there's a letter for you, too.
Oh, thank you.
There.
Oh, I think it's from the agency.
Now, would you pass the marmalade, please, Elizabeth?
What's it say?
Oh, they've traced him. He emigrated to England in 1969 to an abbey in Somerset.
What?
No, he's a monk.
I'll get it.
I say, Nanny, that gives me a wonderful idea. You know how in chapter 15, where Marcus, the wall-eyed Greek with the cauliflower ear and the club foot, is trying to escape from mad Santana, the homicidal Spaniard who's had a heart transplant from a gorilla? Well, all he's got to do is...
Emigrate to England and become a monk.
Exactly.
Uncle Patrick, about that ad you put in the paper,
Yes?
the reward and all that, I think you overdid it.
What?
Well, there's dozens of them demanding to see you.
What? No, they're coming. Oh, no, 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 no.